Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hermit Skies. I'd like to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for the wonderful support on the last episode. I say wonderful support, I got a feeling though some of you just want to see X get killed by a chance cube, right? We got almost 7,000 likes, so we are going to round it up to 7,000. I'm going to open 7 chance cubes in just a moment, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I tell you. But I want to up the ante here and say if we get 7,000 on this episode, then what I'll do at the end of the next episode is open up all 5 of these icosahedrons, okay? And then I probably will very much get wrecked. I mean, I'm still wearing some janky iron armor. I really need to sort that out, don't I? But hey, let me show you what I've been up to in between episodes. That's right, that's a wither face over there. Kind of looks like he's wearing a hat because of the angle we're at. But if we just go into this space, decided to decorate this area with a little bit of skystone, just make it look, you know, nice and clean and tidy, and then put the wither face on the back here using chisel and bits. That's like I want to get going on in this space. A little bit of detail here and there, some mementos and things like that. We've got a wither face over there, and if I fly around to this side, we have this little platform where we have the logo of the PvP game that we played, and I can't help but feel we should dedicate one of these areas to mementos. And speaking of which, from the PvP games that we played, I now have some points in the scoreboards. At the top there, as you can see when I press tab, I believe Scar and Ren will also have points next to their name as well. And I also went around and gave all of the different hermits who killed another hermit during the competition their head. So these are kind of rare, and we've got 3 of them. Pretty cool, right? You'll see in my inventory there's something that looks like an armor stand. This is an advanced armor stand, and that is not the recipe. When I pressed R, it sorted out my inventory. I really need to remove that conflict. So as you can see, really cheap, just use a little bit of iron. Unfortunately, it's not terribly fancy. Basically what you can do with this one is put a shield on it, put a sword on it, and then you can right click on it like this. Like this, I tell ya. Why is it not working? Oh, I tried this a while ago and it worked just fine. It would swap out what I had on me and put it on there. And now it's not doing it. Well, since all I did was basically craft this item and mess around with it, I don't know what's changed to stop this working, but I could right click on it, you can hear me spam clicking there, and it would take these things off of me and put it onto the armor stand, which is really cool. You could walk into your base and swap your armor over with a couple of right clicks. Now, unfortunately, you've got to hold it in your hands, so I don't know what's changed there, but I'll tell you what, I've been feeling a little bit lonely in the base here, and now I've got some company of my slain friends here on Hermitcraft. Ren looking a little bit strange here. This is his Viva la Revolution armor over the top of it, a little hat, and all of that. It's good times here on the server. Right, I'm going to put these things in my backpack. We're going to head through to the mining dimension, and we're going to be opening some chance cubes. I'm not going to use this pendant though. This will actually give me more luck, but I'm going to leave it in the backpack. We're gonna let risk and chance take us on an adventure. Mr. Chicken, my friend, you got to watch out because there's a chance cubes next to you. Oh my goodness me! That's the first one we're starting off with. Okay, this counts as 1 whole chance cube. Goodness me! Here we go. Right. And it is a whole bunch of items being thrown into the sky. Redstone. All right. I don't mind a little bit of redstone. Let's open this one next. Well, that made 2 more. One is lucky, one is not. Gee, we'll try the one on the left. And it's an explosion. That was unlucky. That piggy lost his life. Square pants and SpongeBob. I don't mind a sponge. I might need to soak up some water at some point. Oh, jeez, I'm on fire! No, leave me alone. There's a diamond on the ground. I'll take it. I'll take the diamond. I don't want to be on fire, though. This is most uncomfortable. Okay. Oh, it's a giant slime. The slime is on fire. What is this? This is 3 slimes stacked together. All right, time to wreck it with my... Oh, jeez, look at my health. It's time to back off, actually. I think it's definitely time to back off. The joke's on you, slime man. I ain't got no slime balls yet. If ever we need to make sticky pistons... Chance cubes are a very efficient source of them. Maybe not. Maybe what we should do is fly around this place and look for one of those slime islands. They spawn here in this dimension. Right, and that was actually just our first chance cube. So now I've got to scour the area and find another 6. Goodness me. Okay, number 2. Oh! Is this regular water? Are they regular squids? Oh, I guess I could do with some more ink sacs. Number 3 of 7. Oof. Okay. That's a free wither skull, isn't it? I think that is. Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, they're not terribly difficult to get, but I don't mind a free one. Number 4. I had a bad feeling about this one. There was a bunch of anvils falling out of the sky. Is that the end of it? Okay, I'm glad I decided to jump out of that place, because I could have got squashed. Number 5. Here we go. You have escaped the wrath of the chance cubes for now. I've still got 2 more to open. I think that means that one was just a dud. Number 6. Oh, no! It's a skyblock. Oh, peeps, we're starting over again. Hermit Skies goes back to episode 0. Oh, it's actually got all the skyblock. Oh, right, so that can get us cactus. Very cool. Actually, I guess we could just sieve cactus seeds. I'm not sure if anything here is actually that useful. I'll take the ice, though. I don't know how we get ice. Chance cube number 7. As I walk over here, the sheep start running away. It's a floaty chance cube. What did it throw down there? Why? Where did it go? I think it was just some seeds, and now I don't know it. Well, that one was highly disappointing, and I just spotted where the seeds are. They're at the sheep's bum. So welcome back to the base, peeps. We got some serious building business to do, and I had already started doing a lot of building and accidentally vein-mined my base. I removed all of these blocks from this platform here, right? And because it's a chisel and bits block, it sort of looked diagonally and removed all of these railings, which I hadn't talked about actually. I messed around with a couple of textures. This is the factory block texture that we use on the ceiling, and those are coal blocks going between them, those black bars, and I really like that little design, and I've gone and built it going the entire way around. Now over here in this corner, what I was going to do is build our mementos room, and as I started to play around with a new texture called voidstone here, I started to feel more and more like this needed to be a portal to another place. And so I've decided what we're going to do is we're going to take this framework that we've already put down on these 2 spaces, and we're going to move it over there and build a portal to another area. Except it's just going to be a passageway through to a room behind the back of that wall. But let me show you this lovely voidstone texture right here. If I click on it and we pay attention to this little bit, it's got some janky textures that aren't so interesting, but then it's got some really nice stuff like that. I mean, these are just fantastic. They speak for themselves, and they've got me excited here. I really want to do some building with them. And they're purple as well, which really fits into the colour theme of our base. Now, the recipe for this block does require ender pearls. If we mix that with blaze powder, we can get Eye of Enders. So 2 ender pearls for every 16 of those blocks that we want. And now that I can fly, and now that I've got my cleaver, killing the enderman in this base has been nice and easy. So we do have a stash of those, which means we can use a fair amount of voidstone. As of right now, though, I'm going to undo the changes that I've done in this corner. That's a crazy looking portal, I say, but actually that's the sun just setting behind it. This thing ain't going to look right unless it has something portally in front of it. Okay, we got the portal frame over there, we got this stuff, I don't even know what you call this, but it's sort of transparent, and we need something like that, and the only thing that I could think of was dark ineffable glass, and ineffable means basically that you can walk through it. Now there aren't any other types of colours, so we have to go with the dark one here, but that should give us that portally feel, I think. And this takes us down a little bit of a crafting rabbit hole, which I've just been on, and then I realised the point of this series is to try and teach you guys all of this stuff, so really, I should be showing you what I'm up to. We have to make a lunar reactive dust to make the moonstone, and that requires lapis, which we're farming, but it also requires a resonator, so something for us to craft, but it'll mean we'll need to craft a few other things as well, as it requires grid power in order to turn the lapis. So the resonating redstone crystal is the main thing. To make those, you need a little bit of a ender pearl, which has been cut into shards, and then you need to smelt up your redstone and silicon, which we're farming. So that is the most expensive part of that, in my opinion. 5 of those, and 1 of those creates these little resonating redstone crystals. Then for everything else that you need, it's mostly just vanilla stuff, right? So you can craft your resonator. You've also got the manual mill as well, which is going to give power to the resonator. This requires polished stone, which is made out of stone bricks, and it requires some redstone. Super simple stuff, right? The problem is, once you've done that, you ain't going to have enough grid power to make the lapis into the other type of thing. So you need to make yourself a water mill like this, which will require some stone burnt. So you take that polished stone, you put it in the resonator with the manual mill, which you hold down right click to create some grid power. You see now we're generating 15 grid power. but you require 16 to turn the lapis. So I had to make this, and what we'll end up doing later on is making a watermill farm at some point in this series. So now when I right click on here, we're generating 29, and that means that lapis will get turned into that lunar stuff, and you can make your moonstone. That was a lot of effort, right? There's more, peeps, there's more. You also need to make some sandy glass by mixing glass and sand together, and you chuck that in here and it gets smelted and it makes thickened glass, and then 2 lots of thickened glass with ink sacs will make you the dark glass, and then that with our moonstone will finally make the dark effable glass. Hi, that was a lot of effort to make all of that. Right, and we needed 2 lots because we need 9 for a portal. So let's go over here, let's slap this down and see how much of a portal-like vibe it has. Oh, it does. Oh, that's better than I thought it would be. It's also nighttime, so everything's dark behind it, and eventually there'll be a room back there, so we won't see the sky. But that, I feel like, is exactly what we were looking for. I'm a little bit sad that I accidentally vein mined part of my base. It's been a bit of a setback, and I've been looking at the clock and thinking, hang on a second, we're supposed to be doing something this episode. Before we get to that, I'm supposed to shift right-click on this thing. But you can see it doesn't quite work properly. And it also duplicates our jetpack, which is slightly worrying. Okay, that's really bad actually. So now I can take that off, and that, and that. Which one's the real one? Aha! It knows that there's only one of them. There we go. And somewhere here I managed to lose my boots. Well, it doesn't work 100%, and I'm not sure why it doesn't work with the heads, but that's the idea. You shift right click on that. And anyway, obviously today's episode is going to be a prank, people. We're going to get Jevin back. He covered my base in pressure plates, and he said that there was TNT. Well, Jevin, I mean, here's the thing. I've got some gunpowder now, and I've got some sand, and I don't have a lot of it, but the thing with pranks is, it's all about having a little bit of fun, right? Doesn't have to be the actual thing. Do you know what I'm going to be doing here? I'm going to be painting some TNT, man. I am going to put some pressure plates in Jevin's base, but this time, there's going to be some TNT as well. There's also a mysterious carbon jetpack glitching out into my hotbar there. We got a painting machine from Ender.io, and if we put the TNT here and the cobblestone there, it's going to paint it. With power, we can paint that sucker. Oh, awesome. And now we have ourselves some fake TNT. And it looks like the real thing, people. It looks like the real thing. Until you get close to it, and then the top of the screen tells you that it's not. So we're going to place a lot of this stuff in Jevin's base. But our painting machine is going to be pretty slow, right? I mean, look at that. Oh, not good enough. And in here, if we look at this, we haven't got this one done yet. So let's craft an octadaic capacitor. I think that means that we have to make the vibrant alloy as well. And before we go and prank Jevin, we can also open up a couple of loot chests. There are some things in this game that I just don't know, but I do know that we got a lot of obsidian, and I don't know if Jevin has carbon tools. Now I know that you can use vein miner, so I was thinking, why don't we actually paint these with obsidian, but change them to different types so the vein miner doesn't work across the whole thing, and then we can make it a little bit more of a pain in the bum to clean up and, you know, get Jevin back, so to speak. Another cool thing is that you can just use chests with these machines and configure the inputs and the outputs, so no need to set up some item conduits with filters like I was about to do a moment ago. And I think this thing is smart enough to know it's not going to pull out the TNT. We've got our octadaic capacitor. I've just done both of those quests, and let's start off with half a stack of the regular obsidian. So we chuck it in up here. It's taken all of it at once, and it's not painting it. It doesn't paint obsidian. Ah, that sucks. I thought I was so smart. Well, do you know what? We can do the same thing with cobblestone, right? We can chisel it to different types at least. Ah, there we go. We got that quest. That thing likes to make a racket when I'm standing nearby, so let's claim a loot chest, and then also from here as well, claim another one. So, what will we get? 2 to open. A cave spider charm. Okay, we've got quite a few charms so far. And, wow! Passwords shield. I was going to show you how to make this later on in this series. This is just made out of Minecraft shield and some carbon. We've been getting loads of that stuff, right? This thing is super duper fancy looking, I might say. It's pretty awesome. I think it does a lot of resistance, you know. Let's have a look. Knockback 60 resistance, and it's unbreakable as well, so it doesn't take any damage. That is pretty cool. This block right here would make a fantastic portal block for us. It's a shield block from RF Tools. I think later on in the game, with more energy and more tech, we could actually take advantage of something like that. That's something to consider. But anyway, we're going to head over to Jevin's area. I haven't been here before. He's got some passive animals. He's got floating islands, is what he's got. Is this really it? Is this all there is so far? Jeez. There's not a lot of places to put the... Maybe we could take the prank to the next level. My friends, I've found myself feeling rather inspired. I figured, rather than just placing TNT everywhere, we could just encase his island in TNT. Should be a pretty weird thing to come to, right? To be inside a giant blob of TNT all of a sudden. It looks great down here. This is the effect that we're going for, right? All of that space where you could see the sky, it's now TNT. Of course, Jevin can vein mine it away nice and easy. My job here, though, to place all this cobblestone is made a little bit more inconvenient by this fact. If I use my wands, yes, it makes those blocks. It ruins the blocks as it places them, which really sucks. But I don't mind. I'm having fun hanging out here, placing down lots of TNT. So we're going to go around the edge of the island here, just cover everything up, bring it up to the top where the tree is, and then when Jevin logs back in, if he's logged out here, he's going to be surrounded by TNT. Oh my, I've been chuckling to myself a little bit while I've been putting this together, peeps. Wow. Jevin's going to log in and he's going to be like, what's going on here? We got some finishing touches to put in, though. I'm going to put down a couple of signs, and we're also going to throw down loads of pressure plates around here. Yeah, I should have checked this first, that it definitely didn't have the functionality of TNT. I mean, imagine if it had actually duplicated that as well. Then I would be in a sorry state, wouldn't I? Thanks for the pressure plates, Jevin, but you forgot to add TNT. Here's some for your next prank, but be careful where you step, Asuma. Oh, I love it. This prank has turned out amazing. Let me know what you think of it with a comment down below. And remember, if we get, was it 7,000 likes again, we will be opening 5 icosahedrons at the end of the next episode. But anyway, that's it from me this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.